For anyone leading a sales organization or a sales focused organization, this video is going to help you a ton in deciding which dialer that you should be using with your sales organization, because they have changed a lot in the last year. There are new ones popping up. There are new reasons why you would use one instead of the other. So I'm going to walk through my top 5 dialers right now, September 2025. And which ones you should be using based on your use case. Now, I want to cover something that's very, very important first. Now, the metric that few people are actually talking about, and that is connection rate. And before we go into the dialers, I'm going to show you each one, why I like them and why I don't like them, which ones we like to use. I'm going to show you one bonus one at the end that we really prefer. But more importantly, connection rate, I want to talk about it. So if you just use this use case, and bear with me, this is really important to cover, and then we're going to go into the other stuff. So if you dial 1,000 leads with a 6% connection rate, you get a hold of 60 people. If you have 60 people pick up and have a quality conversation with 30% of them, that is 18 people. Off of 1,000 dials, you have a quality conversation. Now, out of those 18 people, let's say 25% of them are actually qualified. Now, that means you set 4.5 people for a second call out of every 1,000 dials. Now, if you are absolutely dialed in, you might be able to do 1,000 dials in 4 days, 250 dials a day, which is the point of this video. I'm going to show you how to get there. Okay. That means for every 4 days, your dialer is setting 1.25 appointments per day. Now, in most organizations, based on their comp structure, that is not enough money for them even to make money in the first place, unless it's an overseas dialer, okay? So you already have a problem. Now, let's take this same situation, and let's say we increase our connection rate up to 20%, which is something we've been doing for our clients quite often. So if you get a hold, you dial 1,000 leads with a 20% connection rate, you get a hold of 200 people. Now, if you have 200 people pick up and you have a 30% quality conversation rate, just like the other situation, you have 60 quality conversations. Now, out of those 60 people, let's say you have 25 that are actually qualified, and you set those appointments, resulting in 15 people set every $1,000. Now, it takes roughly 4 days to complete those same 1,000 dials. And if you're totally locked in, that means every 4 days, every day, your dialer is setting 3.75 appointments per day. Now, that's much more manageable based on most comp structures inside of your organization. Now, here's where it gets crazy though, and why I really want us to think about this metric, because a lot of us are not. So if you dial 1,000 leads, you can either set 4.5 appointments or 15 appointments with the same amount of leads and dials. Okay. Now, let's say that your product is $10,000. All right. And let's just say you're closing 100% to keep this example as simple as possible. That means the difference of $45,000 and $150,000. Okay? That also means, let's say you spent $1,000 for those actual leads. Well, if you spend $1,000 on those leads, that's the difference of a 45x return and 150x return without changing anything else. Okay? So I just want to talk about the importance of connection rate in today's society. And the reason why I bring this up isn't just because you want to make money or because it's going to help you make money. That is a side effect of this. Now, the core reason why you should be worried about connection rate is if you have a poor connection rate, it usually means that you are failing to follow TCPA guidelines, which means you are not compliant. You are breaking the law technically, and you will be fined. Okay. Now, the more compliant you become, the higher your connection rate becomes, the more money you make, and the less opportunity someone has to fine you. Okay. So you can prevent yourself from losing money due to fines, and you can make more money at the same time. Sounds pretty great, right? Well, I'm going to show you how to do it. So, number one on my list is dialer.io. Okay. So dialer.io is a really, really good system if you have an inbound system. Let's say you're running ads. People are booking calls and you need to confirm those appointments, or you're running ads, you're doing a webinar, let's say people are opting in and you need to call all of those leads. Okay. So it works very well with an inbound motion where someone is opting in for something and we're calling them. And the reason for that is speed to lead. The faster we contact that lead, the higher our connection rate is going to be. Okay. Now, it also has an incredible way to bubble these leads up to the top so that we make sure we are always calling the newest leads first. And then it has all kinds of reporting tools to make sure that inside of the dashboard, we can understand if we have enough sales reps at any given time based on the amount of volume that's actually coming through the dialer, so we can optimize for that speed to lead. Okay, so that's for anyone doing outbound on inbound leads, if that makes sense. Okay. It tracks everything, tracks every change in status. So this is one I love for sales teams that are like, man, I don't know what my setters are actually doing all day. I feel like they're working, but I can't really tell. Well, in this system, they log in, they go live, just like a call center environment, and we can see every single change. We can see when they take breaks, when they go like back office, whatever status they're in. And it will kick them out if they are not active in answering the phone. Now, there's a lot of other incredible features that they have included. For example, it is not a parallel dialer. It does not call multiple leads at once, and this is due to the compliance, right? We want to make sure that we are compliant. So it manually dials leads, and you have to actually click the button, but it will serve that lead up to you on a platter, okay? So dialer.io, best situation for any like inbound lead motion. Now, it does have limited SMS capabilities. It's not built for pure outbound dialing. I'm going to speak on what is in a moment. And then there's no deep integration. So it doesn't have really good integrations yet. They are building all of this. They have AI, they have SMS, all of this stuff coming in the next couple days, actually, which is really exciting. The second is Orum, which you may not have heard of. And Orum is a true parallel slash like AI dialer. So it connects reps to live prospects quickly. It's dialing in the background and will connect people. It has a feature called Boost Connect, which selects the best from number that it should actually be calling to increase the connection rates, which does help. So if you're calling, let's say, Boise, Idaho, you want a Boise, Idaho phone number, right? Now, it has some spam risk monitoring and nightly number reputation checks. Now, this isn't all that helpful all the time, because if your numbers are getting flagged and they're bad, like, what do you actually do about it, right? But it does flag them at minimum. It has best-in-class direct integration. So this is one of the best parts. Great integration with Salesforce, HubSpot, Outreach, SalesLoft, Gong, etc. You name it. It has incredible integrations. And it's purpose-built for SDR teams needing max live conversations per hour. Now, it is primarily for B2B outbound, okay? And there's no native Close CRM integration. So if you're using Close CRM, I mentioned that because a lot of the content on our channel is related to Close CRM. You do have to use Zapier, API, etc. It also has a higher price point than other dialers, okay? Now, Nooks is a really cool option. This is a parallel dialer, but they threw in kind of a caveat, which was live coaching and a team floor environment. So again, if you're wondering what your sales reps are actually doing, if you want to monitor them, if you want to coach them, you have real-time monitoring, whispering, and coaching tools to boost rep performance. You have strong integrations across SalesLoft, Outreach, HubSpot, Salesforce, Groove, etc. And it helps managers maintain that energy and culture and accountability remotely, which is something that is often difficult to do inside of these organizations. One of the biggest flaws that I see in sales organizations today from the operations side is that we review far too many phone calls. We're listening far too little. I remember back in my call center days, long time ago, we would be sitting there with a wide cord plugged in, right? And that was like literally someone sitting next to you listening to how you took phone calls. And the level of adaptation, the level of learning was just expedited so much because you were learning from someone that was doing it right there, okay? Now, challenges, connection rate tools, pretty minimal. So there really aren't too many things that we're doing. And it's best used alongside a SEP or CRM stack, less of a standalone solution. Next up is PhoneBurner. This is a classic. PhoneBurner has been around forever. They have their Armor system, which is spam flag remediation, answer rate optimization. Again, the other ones I already mentioned are going to do better at this, but it does have that in there at a minimum. It has automatic branded caller via partners. That is something new. They did shift it to you needing a partner to be able to do that, but you can get branded caller IDs if you're a larger organization, which is great. Compliance Edge, it basically has a do-not-call.com integration for automatic do-not-call and TCPA scrubbing, which is great. Now, this might be a problem for some of you that are breaking the law, calling the people that you shouldn't be calling. So maybe PhoneBurner isn't a good option for you guys. It does have broad CRM integrations. It's been around for a long time, so it has Salesforce, HubSpot, Zoho, Pipedrive, etc. And then tier 1 carrier routing with strong call quality, which is really important if you have dialers, in parts of the world that are going to have that little bit of a lag in the actual communication. Okay. Now it focuses more on compliance and reliability than cutting edge like AI technology, like we talked about, bubbling the correct leads up at the right time, calling the right leads, etc. The branded caller ID offering has shifted in 2024, so you must go through a partner for full functionality, and the interface feels less modern than newer players. Okay. Now, I said I was going to give you one of my favorites, Close CRM. Okay. Most of the content on this channel is around Close CRM. We do HubSpot, we do Go High Level, we do Close CRM. We are CRM agnostic as an organization. We help all kinds of different organizations of different sizes implement CRMs. But Close.com, to me, wins on almost all levels unless you're looking for very specified things. Like we have a terrible connection rate and we have to fix it. The ability to create smart views inside of Close CRM, filter through all of your leads. You don't have to go external. It's directly inside of your system. It plays well with everything else because it is inside of the CRM. It's just a no-brainer for me. You have SMS and email right there on the lead. I have a ton of other videos if you haven't checked out Close CRM before on how to build it, how to use it. I'll even leave a free trial in the description below. But Close CRM is like my go-to for anyone that needs a simple standalone solution where they have a CRM and a dialer all in one. It makes it simple, it's effective, and it works every single time. So shout out Close.com. We absolutely love you guys, and it makes it such a good solution for a lot of people. So to recap, you guys have to make sure that you're paying attention to TCPA guidelines, that you're being compliant. Make sure that you understand if your motion is primarily inbound and you're trying to reach out to those leads, or if you're doing a true cold call campaign. If you're doing a true cold call campaign, it's probably going to be best to use Orum or PhoneBurner or Close CRM. If you're doing more of a inbound, confirming appointments, you're calling leads that opted in at some point, Dialer.io is by far going to be your best option. But I hope this gets you closer to making 250 dials a day. If you are in Close.com and you want to make 300 dials a day, I have another video on the channel. I'll link it here that basically shows you exactly how we do that for our clients inside of Close.com. If you need help with any of this, feel free to schedule a time to talk with me or someone on my team. We'll make sure we point you in the right direction. Other than that, I hope these videos are helpful. I hope someone goes out, makes some dials, you make some more money, and we'll see you on the other side. Cheers.